As we learned with films like Ready or Not, there are just some games from your childhood that you just don't play anymore. Hide and Seek, Truth or Dare, and of course Monopoly, because we all know how many tables have been flipped on family game night with that one. Our next film gives us another game not to play, especially when you're invited by Jeffrey Combs, Dr. Herbert West. Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessionals 31 Days of Halloween, and this is Dave from NERDBOX, and I am accompanied by my wife Jennifer, also from NERDBOX, and we are talking about Would You Rather. So fire up the Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
Iris, played by Brittany Snow, is struggling to afford to care for her brother, who is sick with leukemia following the death of their parents, and he's waiting for a donor to save his life. One day, she's offered an opportunity from Shepard Lambrick, head of the Lambrick Foundation that manages schools and hospitals in third world countries. If she agrees to join him at a dinner party that he's hosting and wins the game, he'll ensure that she and her brother are taken care of essentially for the rest of their lives. And that includes her brother's illness. Mm-hmm. Iris agrees and attends with 7 other people, soon learning that the game is high stakes and you're not wagering with money, but something more in the flesh.
So as I mentioned, Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I don't know if it's just because of Dr. Herbert West in the Reanimator films, but he nails the part every single time in every single movie that I see him in. And when I see him and I see the way he acts, I'm already getting red flags. Now, what did you think of this one?
I really enjoyed this movie. I actually didn't think I was going to like it. I thought that the whole idea of it was kind of stupid, and I'm not a huge fan of Brittany Snow. She was in some of those 90s TV shows that I never watched, so not really into her. Though I think she did a really good job in her role in this movie, as well as the other actors. They all did an excellent job, especially that other chick that was in it.
Oh, the porn star?
Yeah, the porn star. Brittany Snow was also in Pitch Perfect, and she was one of my least favorite characters in Pitch Perfect. She was definitely an aka bitch.
I don't even know what that means.
Because they sing a cappella.
Oh.
Yeah, so everything they say is with aka. Yeah. Yeah.
Logan Miller's in this now.
Yes.
And there's something about him.
There is something about him.
He was in Love, Simon. He's in the Escape Room movies. And he was in Scout's Guide
to the Zombie Apocalypse.
Yes, thanks for finishing my sentence.
You weren't going to.
You don't know that.
And he probably couldn't have said apocalypse the correct way, so. But yes, he was in those movies, and he was really good in all of them. Mm-hmm. And the funny part is we went back to this movie. Obviously, we haven't watched it in a while. And we're like, oh my God, that's Ben from Escape Room.
Yeah, we would have seen him in this before all those other films.
Well, we did. We just didn't realize.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We would have seen him in this movie before we seen him in all those other ones. We wouldn't have realized it then because we didn't see any of those movies.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying once we did see those movies, we didn't realize that he was in this one.
Oh. Yeah, well, he has leukemia, so.
Yeah, so he has a hat on all the time, and he's pretty pale.
You can tell by his voice. He has that distinct voice.
Yeah, definitely does. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
this
then
may sound a little weird, but he has distinct eyes, too.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has very distinct facial features.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's Robin Lord Taylor, who was Penguin.
Yes. He's a good actor.
He is really good.
He's a really good actor. He was in The Walking Dead, too.
He was. He was Sam in The Walking Dead. And he really makes you hate him.
Yeah.
He's good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells me he's doing his job. He is a really phenomenal actor. I like him a lot.
Yeah, if you think about it, this is like a version of Saw, maybe, but just at a dinner party.
Yeah. And it's a shorter version, I think, because, like, shorter in the aspect that they're just kind of sitting around a table and they're not, like, going to different places or having to, like, but. And then there's John Hurd. He plays Conway. Rest in peace. Love John Hurd.
Uh-huh.
I always liked him.
It was a good mix of characters and casting for this film.
Yeah.
I would have to say it is a little unnerving with some of the scenes that are in this film here. I don't know, and we can't go into, if you haven't seen, we can't go into which ones. But after you watch it, let us know which one is the most disturbing to you. And it is most famous for the one that we can mention, and that is the razor blade to the eyeball. That's just a part of marketing materials.
Yeah, it is. That's actually something that they show in the trailer for the movie.
Now, what I like about this film is, there are 8 people at this dinner party. You have the pompous guy that's in charge of the entire foundation with his son, and they're just great villains.
Yeah.
They are great villains in this film. And the way Robin Lord Taylor antagonizes people is so good to watch.
Yes. I actually really enjoy his character in this, even though he's a hated character because he's not nice in any way. But his delivery is just amazing.
Yes, his delivery and the way he acts is spot on.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely spot on.
Definitely.
He's, a spoiled rich kid.
Yes.
And he nails it, but he's an intelligent rich kid.
Yes. But he's also a troublemaker. He gets in trouble with his dad a lot. Apparently, he's been banned in the past from these dinner parties because of unsavory behaviors.
Yes.
So,
while sometimes, you may have to give a pound of flesh, there are rules to the game. So there has to be a clear-cut winner, just like you would see in Saw, where there's a lesson to be learned.
Yes.
But it's not a lesson for everybody. It's a lesson for one person, and it's for the entertainment of what would you do to survive to the next round. And not every round somebody dies. It's just a challenge that everybody has to complete. And it's something that, could happen in real life, if you really think about it.
I mean, somebody could totally set up something like this to, like, test your will or whatever.
I'm sure the government has done it. But
probably, yeah.
At the dinner party, you have a varying group of different types of people. Some of them do have past, and that's why they're there, just like you would see in the Saw film. And then they go around Robin style, around the table, and they each have to complete a task. And it's like gambling. You have your choices that you can make. Some lead to better things than other things. And as I said, why could it be an experiment that's done today is because it's testing the human psyche and how much you would be willing to do to yourself or to somebody else to move on.
Yeah, fun fact, I would fail miserably. I wouldn't do any of it. They could just shoot me in the head.
Okay, well, I guess that's less painful.
I can't do any of that stuff.
So you have 2 antagonists. You have 8 protagonists that take you on their journey and how they feel throughout the movie. But there are a cast of some side characters in there too, which are the people that work at the mansion, the butlers, and those side characters were entertaining as well. So
they were.
Yeah.
I really like the one security guard. I forget what his name was in the movie, but he was pretty entertaining. I liked him. And he had, like, some snarky remarks for people, so...
Yeah. I actually feel that probably Ready or Not borrowed a lot from this movie.
Yeah, I think so.
As far as some of the characters go.
Yeah.
So this is definitely influenced in that movie.
Yeah, I think so. Some interesting facts from the movie. There is a scene where someone has to have their head held underwater, and I believe it's 2 minutes for this character. This character actually did hold their head underwater for 1 minute and 16 seconds.
I held my breath for a long time once, and I passed out.
Yeah. I don't know that I could get to 1 minute and 16, let alone anything. I mean, I might make it 30 seconds, honestly, before I'm like, okay, I have to breathe. So, yeah, I couldn't do that. And the film's presenting production company, the Lambrick Foundation, has the same name as its fictional family foundation.
What a weird name for a production company.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, the Lambert Foundation? I mean, it makes sense as the family foundation name, but I thought that was very weird that that was a production company.
Yeah, so very entertaining movie. You figured that there's an eyeball scene in there that would be graphic. The movie's not that graphic.
It's not graphic. I think it's just knowing
Yes.
what he was doing. That's,
It's head games for this film, definitely. So it is worth watching.
definitely. And then the biggest head game is the ending.
Mm-hmm.
What a twist.
Shh.
Just saying it's a twist. You have to watch.
As we've been saying, we're not rating any of these films. So after you watch this, let us know what your rating of this film is. Is it an A? Is it a B? Is it a C? Is it a D? Is it an F? Does it remind you of Saw and Ready or Not? Films like that. So, now thinking about it, Ready or Not has Samara Weaving. This has Brittany Snow. Samara Weaving is definitely the better actress of the two, but it's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, there is. I think
Doesn't hurt that other film.
Yeah, they're both tiny, strong-willed blondes.
Make it a twofer that night. Watch Would You Rather, and then watch Ready or Not afterwards.
Yeah.
Both good films to watch. Both good female protagonists in this film. Another kick-ass film. Good story, good characters on both sides. I never rooted for the villains like I would typically tend to do. So it kept me in my lane, which is hard for me to do with some of these films, but it worked. And what other movies are there that you're watching this month? Let us know by putting those in the comments as well.
So, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications,
Yes,
and share.
Share it away. And let's start the discussion for this month on horror films. Again, that aren't Jason, Freddy, Michael, or anything in the James Wan universe other than Malignant. You need to see that. Yes. Until tomorrow. See ya.
See ya.